and welcome back to my channel, Babyscape! In this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about weeks 9 through 13 of my pregnancy. So this is the end of my first trimester! Woo! Week 9 of my pregnancy was pretty uneventful. Honestly, I feel like weeks 9 through 13 were all pretty uneventful. I was on the Zofran now during this time, so I started gaining some weight back. I didn't gain all the weight because I had lost 30 pounds. I hadn't gained all the weight back at this point, but I was starting to gain it back. So that was something my wife was really excited about because she didn't like that I lost so much weight. It was bothersome to her, but I mean, what am I gonna do? I can't eat anything. So I did start eating again. I started gaining more weight, so that was cool. I'm part of this group on Facebook, and there were some girls who were starting to have some difficulties, and then even on my app that I use, there was a lot of like miscarrying and diagnosing of all these problems going on, and just like for every positive, beautiful story you saw, there was another one where it was just scary and sad, and it kind of just made you hurt for them, you know? So, I mean, you're hearing these stories of these women and they're losing their babies, or they're finding out that there's something wrong with their babies, or there's something wrong with them, and their pregnancy is gonna have problems if they can even continue to carry the pregnancy. And it just makes you really think, like your heart goes out to them. You feel so horrible for them, but you're like, then in your head you're like, that could be me. And like that's so terrifying because you're just so scared. Like for every doctor's appointment, then you go to the doctor's appointment and you're like, what happens if they can't find the baby's heartbeat? Or what happens if something's wrong with my baby? And it's honestly just kind of freaking terrifying. So there's that. So I did have quite a bit of anxiety for the ending part of my first trimester, but I feel like I had anxiety from the beginning of my pregnancy since I had just had the miscarriage the previous month. I also started watching my cousin's baby during this time, so I feel like just being with her all the time, because I watch her pretty much 3 days a week. So being with her all the time and seeing her and just holding her and playing with her and feeding her and just like being with her is just such an incredible feeling. I adore her so much, and it just like makes me even more excited to meet my baby. And I don't know, like she keeps me busy and keeps me distracted in the meantime, so I'm not freaking out and like, what's wrong with my baby? Even though I'm being told everything's in the clear, my blood pressure is great, all my blood work came back really good, there was no problems, but it's like, I'm so convinced something's gonna go wrong and something's gonna happen to my baby, and like that is just so terrifying. I feel like it's pretty natural though. I don't think I'm the only one feeling this way. I think it's normal to be worried and to have the anxiety and be scared. I think there's a certain point where you have to not let it consume your life so much, but you do have to, like you have to find that balance. You can't let this fear take over your life, but you're allowed to be afraid at the same time because it's kind of a huge deal what you're doing here. Weeks 9 through 13, they all kind of blended together. My stomach did start to grow a little bit in this time, so I did start wearing some maternity clothes. However, I was still able to fit into my clothes. It's just that like when I would wear maternity clothes, I looked beautiful and pregnant. And then when I would wear my normal clothes, I just looked fat. I'm sure at the 9 to 13 week point, majority of it was bloat, but it was still nice to look pregnant rather than look fat. You know, that's really at that awkward stage depending on your body type too. Some women show a lot quicker, some women take forever to show. This is just when I was in that awkward stage where I didn't quite look pregnant, but I looked more fat, but I've never really been fat. I've always been thick, but not like fat. So to look like I have a belly all of a sudden was something that was hard for me, especially since I do have like self-image issues. To just be looking fat was really hard. So I would try to wear more maternity clothing more often because it kind of helps to round the belly and make you look a little more pregnant. And I noticed at this time I was noticing that I was looking larger. My wife was noticing that I was looking a little larger, but other people kept making comments about how skinny I looked. So I don't know if that's because I lost a ton of weight from being sick, that they were just like, oh, you're so small, or if they're just trying to make me feel good about myself. I'm not for sure. But everyone was like, when are you gonna start showing? You're so little, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I feel like I look huge, so thanks. I was really, really ready to enter the second trimester. Everyone was talking about miscarriage rates, and everyone says once you get into the second trimester, your miscarriage rate plummets a lot. But the truth is, really, once your baby has a heartbeat, the rate of miscarriage plummets a lot. Because it's right when like the baby's trying to get their heart started, and there's that, and you know, life really, really, really begins. That's the really hard part. So a lot of the times when a miscarriage happens, it's like the heart never started beating, or as it started beating, it had a really difficult time going and kind of gave up. So to hear that baby's heartbeat and the fact that we had such a strong heartbeat, it makes our miscarriage rate go down a lot. But again, I had just had a miscarriage, so I'm terrified of everything. So to reach the second trimester was incredibly exciting for me. I like could not wait. I'm impatient as ever. I'm like, come on, second trimester, let's get here. And then I was like, well, I'll feel better in my second trimester too, so I can't wait for it to get here, which we'll talk about more in the next video. So, I don't know, there was a lot of impatientness and just waiting and come on, hurry up, this is taking forever. Like, I feel like pregnancy has been the slowest time in my life ever. My wife's talking about how fast it's going. My parents talk about how fast it's going. Even these women on these groups that I'm in are talking about how fast their pregnancies are going, and I'm like, are you serious? Because my pregnancy is taking forever. I feel like this is the slowest time has ever moved for me. It is driving me crazy. But I'm just trying to enjoy every moment, because I know once it's over, I'm gonna be like, oh, that flew by. But in the meantime, while I'm in it, it's taking forever. But I'm just trying to take it a step at a time and really enjoy everything. I know I'll be excited for our future children, but this is the only time I'll ever have a first time, and I really need to cherish it and appreciate it for what it is. I kind of get to cheat and have another first time when my wife gets pregnant, because it'll be her first pregnancy, so I'll be excited to really get to discuss things with her, and like when she's feeling things and when things are happening, like I will understand exactly what she's talking about because I'll have already been through it. So I'm excited for her. I think she's kind of not that into the whole idea of being pregnant and giving birth. She just really wants a child that looks like her. And I don't know, I feel like once she's pregnant and gets further along in her pregnancy, I think she'll enjoy pregnancy a lot more than she thinks she will. But that's just because I know her and that's what I think. I could be completely wrong, but that's just how I see it. But yeah, so weeks 9 through 13 were pretty uneventful. I was still sick, and I had a lot of anxiety. and I was very ready for the second trimester. I just really tried to stay busy and keep my mind off of my pregnancy while still being consumed by my pregnancy, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so that's it. Sorry if this video is boring. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos coming soon. I'm going to try to be a lot better about this, so I should have more content up more frequently. And we're going to have fun, and it's going to be great, and happy pregnancy.